trinomial when a is not 1. And the IXL code is 7ED, okay? Now, you can see your a is not 1. So this is when we do what we call the AC method, right? So what is your a for this question?
3x.
No, a is just the number. 3. And what is your c? 7. So your AC, let me change the color. So your AC, your AC is 3 times what? 7. So what is 3 times 7? 21. And remember, when you get your AC, you do what we call find the factors of what? AC that adds up to B. One more time. Let's say that one more time. Find the factors of AC that adds up to B. One more time. So everyone look on your factor paper now. And look at the factors of 21. We're looking for factors of 21 that's going to add up to... That adds up to what? 10. Look at the factors of 21 that's going to add up to your B. Your B is 7 and 3. So we have to use 7 and 3. Now, so we know it's going to be 7 times what? 3. Because 7 times 3 gives you what? 21. And when you add 7 and 3 together, it gives you what? B, which is 10. Now, everyone, let's set it up. Let's set it up. Parentheses. Flow with me. Parentheses. Parentheses. So you're going to say what? X plus 7 plus 3. It looks like we are done, but we're not done. Now we have to divide. I don't just want to say 3 by A. Your A. So we have to divide by your what? A. So what is the A again? 3. You go by this, you go like this.
3.
By 3.
Oh.
So you have to use your A again.
I thought you were supposed to divide by the x.
No, just your A. At this stage, you divide by your A. Now, check on your calculator. 7 divided by 3. What did you get? 7 divided by 3. Use my regular calculator. If you don't know how to use that one.
It's halfway across the room.
We got
What did you get?
2.3.
So anytime you get a decimal number, that tells you, Miracle, anytime you get a decimal number when you divide, that tells you have to push the 3 forward. But before you push it forward, always check to see if you have to simplify. Can you simplify 7 and 3? My answer is no, nothing can go inside. So this tells me, you see this 3, I have to push it what? Forward, right there. So this now becomes
3x
plus 7. Let's check the other side. 3 divided by 3 is what? 1. So this tells me x plus 1. And you're done. That's how you do it. Let's go to the next one. Not now. So let's look at this one. Remember, I told you to factorize. Looking at this, what method do we have to use? AC method. Right. So why do we use AC method?
Because it's 6 times 8.
6 times 8, we use the AC method.
So,
But now, there's something we also have to do before we use the AC method.
you teach us new steps every day.
All right. Now, before we do the AC method,
Why I did stuff wrong.
before we do the AC method, let's check if we can factor something out first. Always check. Always check if there's a GCF. Again, before we do the AC method, always check if there's what? GCF. One more time. Before we do the what? AC method, always check if there's what? GCF. Let's take that lyrics one more time. Before we do the AC method, always check if there's what? A GCF. Now, let's check if there's a GCF. Yes, sir.
What does GCF stand for?
Good, that's a very good question. Can someone remind me what is GCF?
Greatest common factor.
Greatest common factor. Now, go on your factor paper. We're going to look at 6, look at 16, and look at 8 at the same time. 6, 16, and 8 at the same time. And you don't have to look at all three of them at the same time. You look at the smallest number there. What is the smallest number there? 6, right? Now look at all the factors of 6. Start with the biggest one and see if you can see that big factor on the rest of them too. So how do we look at it? We look at 6. What is the first factors of 6? 6, right? Can we see 6 in 16? No. Let's go to the next big factor of 6. What is the next big factor of 6? 3, right? Let's check. Can we see 3 in 16? No. And 3 not in 8. Let's go to the next big factor. What is the next big factor? 3. Can we see 3 in 16? No, not in 8 as well. Now, what is the next factor? 2. Are you flowing with me with that? So, do we see 2 in 16?
Yes.
16.
Yes.
Check it. 16, do you see 2 as a factor of 16?
Yes.
Or about 8?
8.
Yes.
8. Yes. So 2 is the greatest what? Common one factor. You see, you always start from the big and you start going what? Down. So we're going to use 2 to split this up. So now, what do I mean by that? So this is 2 times what? 3. This is 2 times what? 8. And this one is 2 times what? 4. So using this, we're going to factor out the GCF first. So I'm not looking at this no more. Not looking at this no more. Not looking at this no more. So what is the greatest common factor? You can see it's 2, right? So parentheses, parentheses, and I'm going to factor out 2.
Pardon the interruption. This is last call. Last call for pizza.
You said that
If you
last
do not
time.
pay for pizza, you will starve.
We're going to factor out what? The GCF. So what are we left with? 3x squared plus 8x plus 4. Do you see the process? That's the process. And I always get the question, Mr. Coyote, the 2 that we factor out, what do we do with it? Guess what you do with this 2? You drop a like is what? You drop a like is I'll do this, parentheses, parentheses. And now, check me out. Now you're going to focus your energy on this one. That's the process. Now, this is when you start saying what? Let's find the what? AC now. Let's do the AC. The AC, it's going to be what? 3 times 4. What is 3 times 4? 12. Now, and what is the risk? Find the factors of AC as up to B. What is your B? 8. So factors of 12 that will add up to 8. Go on your factor paper. Pair factors of 12 that will add up to 8. Everyone look at it.
6 and 2.
6 times 2. 6 times what? 2. So check me out. Parentheses, 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 parentheses. X plus 2. No, 6. Let's write 6 first. It doesn't matter. X plus 6x plus 2, right? Are we done?
No.
So now divide the A by what? A. Your A, right?
3.
By 3. By 3.
So,
By 3. So what will be your answer? Check with your calculator. X plus 3 or plus 2? X plus 2.
Move it to the front.
Move the 3
okay, so 6
To the front.
to the front.
divided by 3 would be
2.
It'll be 3x
And
plus
move
2.
X plus 2.
yeah.
And when you get on Excel, guess what you type in on your Excel? You type in everything here with the 2 in the front, like that. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Now, let's look at this one now. Before we do the AC what method, before we do the AC method, check to see if there's what? A GCF. One more time. Before we do the what? AC method, check to see if there's a what? GCF. 100, Mateo, Sebastian. Before we do the what? GCF. Always check if that, before we do the AC method, check if there's a what? GCF. Now, let's go to 4. What are the factors of 4? 4, let's start with 4. Can 4 go into 12?
Yes.
And can 4 go into 16? Yes. So this tells me we have to factor out 4.
Because
So-
you can like count by, if you count like by 4s,
Mhm.
then you can be able to like.
Get this.
12, 16.
All right,
So
4
that's how it
times 3, right?
Okay.
And this is what? 4 times 4.
Now, got it.
Now, don't forget you're not looking at this no more. You're not using this, you're not looking at this. So now, parentheses, factor out what? 4. Factor out 4, factor out 4, factor out 4. Now, let's see what is left. 1x squared, right? Do I really have to put a 1?
No.
So just say x squared. Minus what? 3x minus 4. Now, what do we do with the 4 outside? Can someone remind me, what do we do with the 4 outside?
Fine.
The
Bring it down.
Thank you, princess. What do we do with the 4 outside? Drop it like it's out. So again, what do we do with the 4 outside? Drop it like it's out.
Drop out of school.
Now, focus your energy on this one.
So this is when A is 1.
When A is 1, I like the Addy. Let's go.
When A is 1, find the factor of C to add up to B. That's it.
But this one, when A is 1, find the factors of C that adds up to B. You see, now your A is 1. And what is the lyrics for that? When A is 1, find the factors of C that adds up to B. In this case, what is your C now?
Negative.
3.
Your C.
Oh my god.
Remember, you gotta flow with your lyrics. To pass my class, you have to know your lyrics. Again, to pass my class, you have to know your lyrics. Your C is negative what? 4. Now, everyone look on your factor paper. We're looking for factors of C. Be careful now. Remember, your factor paper doesn't have negative. You have to
They should.
do the manipulation.
So it's -4 and 1.
Negative 4 times 1. But let me make up the other one. 4 times negative 1. These are the possible scenarios.
Would it,
Which one?
Be -4 and -4, -1 together?
Okay, okay, now, good. That's a very good question. Can I use this?
Use what?
No. No.
Can I use this as a factor here?
No, because it would add up to -5.
It will add up to negative. But can I even use this as a factor of -4?
No.
Why not?
Because it's not.
It's gonna add to.
Huh?
It doesn't add up to 3 or B.
It's not just because of that.
Or
Because factors of C.
That's a B.
Is -4 times -1 gonna give me -4? -4 times -1 gonna give me -4? No, it's not gonna. Remember, when you multiply or divide, when you multiply or divide, same signs positive, different signs negative. So I need to get a -4. So if the signs are the same, it's gonna give me what? A positive. So for me to get a negative, when you're multiplying, just one of those two factors has to be what? Negative. Am I making sense? So this is gonna be, so we can use -1 and -4. It has to be -4 times 1 or 4 times what? -1. Okay, now, so now let's set it up. So again, we figure it out. So which one is it gonna be? The first pair or the second one? Second one or the first one?
the second.
Let's check it.
The first one.
The first
Okay, now why not the second one?
Because it'll be a positive.
It's gonna be a positive what? 3.
3.
And we need to get what? -3. See? -1, -4. I'm talking about this one. -4 plus 1 will give me what? -3. This one, if you add them together, we give you a +3. That's why we're not using this one. So remember, when A is 1, find the factors of C, add up to B. So these are the factors of C, not all of them. But let me write the rest. So fourth, we already, and what about 2, right? 2 times 2, right? But one of them has to be what? Negative. Let me just give it to the first one. So this is not going to work too, because that will give me 0 when you add them together. All right, so this is x minus 4, x plus 1, and you're done. And you have to type in everything on what? iExcel.
That's what I did.
You have to type everything in. Okay, let's go to the next one. So, again, before you do your what? AC method, always check to see if you can factor something out first. Now, the smallest number we see there is 12, right?
Yes.
Now, let's go to 12. Let's start with the biggest factor of 12. It's 12, right? Now, let's look at 54. Do we see 12 in 54? Look at it as on your paper. Yes. Can we see 12 in 66?
Yep.
Hmm?
Yep.
So we see 12 in 54, and we see 12 in what? 66. I need to get yes from everyone. Everyone look at it. So 54, do we see 12?
I got it.
No.
Someone said no, someone said yes. Everyone look at it.
No, it's not there. No, it's not there.
It's clear. It's clear.
Let's check it.
Oh my gosh.
Check it again. Jasmine, do you see it? Do you see it?
Yes, all 3.
Okay, so what is what? Okay, what will be the pair for 54? 12 times what gives 54? 12 times what? 54. 12 times.
1.
Huh?
12 times
Look at 54.
1. Oh, my bad. What would give us 12?
Do you see 12 as a factor of 54? No, thank you. All right, so can we use 12?
No.
No. So let's go to the next factor of 12. 6. Let's check for 6 on 54. Is everyone looking at 54?
Yes. There's 6.
Yeah.
There's 6, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now go to 66.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
6.
6 is the greatest common factor.
So 6 is the what? Greatest common factor. Let's start again. So we're gonna start off with 12, right? So we look at 54. Can 12 go into 54?
No.
No. So we're not gonna waste time with that. So now let's go to the next fact. Yes, question.
Why can't we use 6 through 54?
We're looking at 12 now. So the next one.
12 to 54.
Now we're done with 12, right? Now let's go to the next big factor, 6, right? Now check for 6. Can 6 go into 54?
Yes.
Yes. And can 6 go into 66? Yes. So that tells me we have to use 6. Now use the fact. So this one is 6 times 2, right? 54 is what?
9 times 6.
6 times 9. And for 66,
6 times 11.
6 times 11.
6.
Got it?
Yep.
Do you see the process? Everyone sees the process, right?
I get it.
So I'm going to cross this out. I'm not using this anymore. Cross this out. I'm not using this anymore. Pay attention. Don't write this down now. Just pay attention for now. You're going to have time to copy it. Trust me. Now, let's factor out the what? The GCF.
Yeah. So you put
Parentheses, parentheses. So now, what is GCF?
6.
Wouldn't it be the parentheses is 2, 9, and 11?
Don't worry. That'll be the next step. Cross out the 6. That we're going to factor out 6.
So 6 goes outside.
So 2x squared plus 9x.
Plus 11.
Is it plus or minus?
Minus 11.
Minus 11. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, now we can do the AC method.
Now we can do the AC what? Method. And what do we do with the 6 when we're doing? Drop it down. So I'm going to bring down the 6.
The 6 is dropping out of high school.
6, drop it down. And I know it's going to look like this, right? So what is my AC?
2 to
11.
Be careful with your sign. Your sign will always get you.
Negative 22.
Exactly. Your AC, it's negative 22, not 22. Why? Because, let me show you, it's 2 times negative 11. You always take the sign on next to the number.
Because
It's 2. This is your A. Your A is what? 2. And your C is what? Negative 11.
it's the same sign positive, different signs.
Signs negative. So your AC comes out to be what? Negative 22.
What if it turned out to be a positive? What if it turned out to be a positive 22?
Then that'll be a plus next to 11. Because your AC is what? Look at your AC. What is your A? Is what? 2. And what is your C? Negative 11. So when you multiply or divide, same signs positive, different signs negative. So that's how you look at it. Remember the lyrics. So now we're looking for factors of C and add to B. So now go on your factor paper again. Look at 22, but remember we're technically looking for what? Negative 22.
Positive 11 and negative 2.
So positive 11 times negative 2. Let's write the other one. So parentheses, 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 parentheses. X plus 11, x minus 2. And now you divide by your what? A.
Your A.
And your A is what? 2?
2.
2. Now let's write the final answer.
You put the
2 forward,
next to the
x. So it becomes 2x plus
and
11.
then, like negative 2 times 2 would be,
It's not times 2.
no, divided. Sorry.
Exactly. Good job. I like that correction. So x minus what?
Would be
1.
oh, okay, yeah, negative 1
Minus 1. Let's call it minus 1.
minus 1.
All right. And guess what? This is what you type in on what? iExcel. Got it.